Welcome back to The Betrayed. I'm Gina Beck.
I'm Drew Williams.
Thank you for listening, liking, commenting, and subscribing. I appreciate y'all. It really means a lot.
Yeah, and the continued engagement and just growth and everyone actually commenting on stuff. I love seeing it and seeing you guys actually get along in the comments too. So thank you.
Yeah, and if you guys want to come on and tell your betrayal story, you can find our links in the description on how to get a hold of us, and we'd love to hear it and maybe have you on.
Absolutely.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I just kind of want to jump into this. Out of the Shadows documentary lifts the mask on how the mainstream media and Hollywood manipulate and control the masses by spreading propaganda throughout their content. Their goal is to wake up the general public by shedding light on how we all have been lied to and brainwashed by a hidden enemy with a sinister agenda. Now, this is the description in their YouTube video. I found it because someone tagged me in a video of someone else, a boxer, talking about how he got told some things from personal friends of his who are A-list celebrities, confirming what's been going on, like the cult and drinking children's blood and brainwashing people through media and content, things that we've heard, obviously, through the years. I'm sure if you've heard conspiracy theories. In their description, they say that this project is the result of 2 years of blood, sweat, and tears by a team of woke professionals. It's been independently produced and funded and is available on many different platforms for free for anyone to watch. Patriots made this documentary with the sole purpose of getting the truth out there. If you like the documentary, please share the video, they said, and you can support them also if you go to their YouTube, Out of Shadows. What did you think of it, Drew? I know that you sent me a few things, and I'd like to get your opinion right off the bat before I kind of dive in.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna, for the people that liked it, I think it is the worst documentary I've watched in probably over a year or more, and I watch a lot of documentaries. The entire time, I wrote notes. I got 4 pages of notes, but that was only for the first 30 minutes. I stopped because it's a one-stop shop for conspiracy fiends. The entire time I'm like waiting for like, okay, so what new stuff do you have that actually proves any of this? And it's just they mention everything from MK Ultra to Pizzagate to Project Mockingbird to Project Paperclip to Epstein. I mean, it is like, and they don't even go into great depths about any of the Temple of Set, Church of Satan. It is not convincing. If you don't do any research, I could totally see why there's 7 million people that have watched this. But you can debunk it with just two simple things they talk about. Like they say, the CIA invented the term conspiracy theorist. Well, do a simple Google search, and you'll find out that conspiracy theorist and conspiracy theory was at the very latest we know for sure is 1870, and then the 1950s they started using it, and that would be pre-CIA. I believe that would be Operation Selective Services or whatever it was, OSS. I don't like it. I think Corey Feldman's documentary had way more stuff with validity and actually like showed you things that you didn't know already. All this stuff that's in that documentary, you can find a billion other YouTubers that do way better explanations, at least on the conspiracy side, like explaining stuff. Like, I was not impressed at all.
I agree with a lot that you said. Now, when I sent you this, I had just started it. I was about 5-10 minutes in, and I was engaged, and I was stuck, and I had to finish it. And right when I started hearing them talk about MK Ultra, and Paperclip, right?
Project Paper, those are real things.
Right, and they started talking. I thought of you, though. I knew what you were going to say, and I thought of you, and I was like, okay, like, I already know. Like, that was done. I knew your opinion. No, altogether, though, you're right. It is a lot of conspiracy theories, like, just jumbled into one well put together documentary. And I don't like it, and I do like it. No, I don't like it for a lot of the reasons that you said. I can't really go I can't really say any more than what you said. You were on point. But I do like it because I think it's a 2020 well put together thing,
It's very well
that's
produced.
well produced and informative at the same time. But yes, I agree with you. I was 30 minutes in and I was like, all right, I know all this. I feel like, and it's like something that what I do like, that's what I didn't like, that I felt like I knew everything. But what I do like is that they're putting it out in a fresh way for younger generations to be engaged and to watch it, for one. And for two, I liked it because people talk about those things, but then they stop. And nobody actually does anything about those things that are in the documentary. I mean, name someone that's done something about it. Besides Jeffrey Epstein getting arrested.
I mean, the only one you could really say is Corey Feldman. I mean, he's at least.
Right,
I
right.
mean, and that's the thing is like they do talk about things of substance, but they just misconstrue like so much stuff that just like I don't like the way it's put together at all. Like it's just waiting for people like Michael Shermer, like from The Skeptic, to just pull apart. Like there's just so many things that are easily just not necessarily debunked because I think there is some legitimacy to like the things they talk about in Pizzagate, like all the symbolism and things like that, and the words and things like that.
Right.
Lola, sorry. Dog's itching really loud. I wish it was done if they were gonna add all that. I'm not to call it crap, but all that crap in, they would have something new. Like the entire time, I was waiting for something new,
Right.
and I get what you mean. At least getting people engaged to talk about it, but I feel like this is just gonna throw more fuel on the fire for the conspiracy theorists, and it's not really gonna do much for the general public. Like I think,
You feel
yeah,
like
maybe.
it's gonna? You feel like it's gonna? It already has. It already has. There, when you get 7 million views in 5 days, it already it already has. There's
Yeah,
already
but I
videos
mean,
talking about it.
what are
You know,
I mean,
you're right.
what's gonna be done? Lola, glasses.
Nothing's gonna be done. It's just, I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but I was gonna say it's just for views. I feel like, you
I
know,
I wanted to bring that up. I feel like these guys saw what Corey Feldman did, and they're like, we can get more money.
they do say that they've been working on it for 2 years, though.
That's really
You know,
poorly
this
researched for 2 years. Like who was?
I'm I'm just saying that's what they said, but
No, they do. I remember they
so
say it's
it
towards
can't
like
be.
the last quarter, last third of the documentary. They do say they say
Yeah,
it a few
and in the
times.
description. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
it can't, unless they're lying, and it is because of the Corey Feldman thing. It's also free and it also has no ads on the YouTube video, so it's not monetized.
So
So I'm
it
not
oh,
sure
okay.
how they're
I,
making.
I was gonna ask you
Yeah,
about
I'm not
that
sure
because
how they're making money from it, and it's also free on multiple other platforms. It just blew up as big as it did on YouTube. But speaking of Corey Feldman, he was live tonight, very upset and sad. He was crying because he saw all the attention on something like this and had the same opinion as you, if not a stronger opinion than you. And which he has every right. Everyone has a right to their opinion, as you all will in the comments. Um, but he was very upset. And something, he had mentioned is how he put real names out there and everything. And he just doesn't feel like he got the attention he deserved on something that's so important. Like the media talked about it for a little bit in the beginning, a little bit of the night of, and then it premiered, and now nothing. And now everybody's talking about this. He's seeing that he even mentioned how it got as many views as it did in so many days. He was upset. So something that I put to him was, it got 7 million in 5 days because it's on YouTube and it's for free. His was a premiere for money, and I not hating on it because his thing is phenomenal. His documentary is amazing and it's very informative, and I watched it twice myself. But if he would have put it on YouTube for free, it would have blown this video out of the water.
it's almost what he should do now. I bet you he would still get those numbers if he put it out for free now. I bet you people would
What
watch it.
he is doing is he's trying to raise $600,000 more dollars because he owes people money for creating the documentary with him. So he's selling more tickets for people to watch it again. And he gave it, I think that's on Saturday. So tomorrow he will be selling tickets again for people to watch the video, which, that's his choice. But if he is wanting the attention, to be honest, he's gonna get it if he puts it out free on his YouTube channel.
I have to
There's
agree with
you
you
know,
on that. Like, as much as I like his documentary, I think him complaining about his numbers, I mean, it's almost like comparing apples to oranges. I mean, it's
yeah,
they put it
and
out
it
for
really
free.
sucks hearing that. It's kind of like, especially with what we've done, predator hunting, it kind of stings a little bit hearing someone say something like that because something like that should be information for everyone. I think, personally, I don't think there should be a price on it, and I think if you're trying to make money, the money will come. It'll come. I think you just work and do what you're passionate about. It'll come.
I'm sure the production on Corey's was a lot, and a lot of it was self-funded to some degree.
Oh yeah, I think this was a way just from visuals alone, it was a way more well put together documentary Corey Feldman's was than the Out of Shadows. And you could just tell there's more heart and soul into it. You can tell. I don't want to just sit here and compare the two and just.
The two main guys, I forget the second guy, but Mike Smith, I don't think they have like malicious intent or anything like that. I feel like you guys almost spilled names but didn't. Like you guys were like, we have names. Look at this crazy stuff that's going on, but we can't say anything. So it's almost just like, what's the point, you guys?
Yeah, they definitely know more than what they're saying. But who knows? Maybe more is to come. Maybe this is just the beginning. There's so many things out there being said. Who
We would
knows?
hope
I
with
feel like I feel like
both
everything's a mess. Everything's a mess right now. I was saying this
with
to
the
Jenna.
two guys that
Everything's a
are so
mess.
involved with Hollywood there, you would think maybe like you guys they could get together with Corey and come up with another thing. Like if you guys know people,
It would be amazing if people that are like-minded, the same goals and the same passion got together and were able to put all of that energy together.
but we could actually really
And
fight this problem if we actually people like got unified, but everyone has to find petty reasons to not stay unified.
yeah, or they talk about it for 3 days and then it's forgotten about.
I feel like
It's sad.
I
It's
feel like this
crazy.
one's going to have huge numbers and if they don't have a follow-up, no one's going to care anymore because they didn't
And
like
that's all it will be is just a conspiracy theory documentary YouTube video.
it's a one-stop shop if you want to hear a bunch of all the modern conspiracy theories that actually a lot of the ones they mentioned do have weight. They're
I
far
was
more
so excited
complex.
though when I was sending it to you. I was like, "Oh, I just heard about this documentary. I thought it was older one, but it came out a few days ago. It's popping. We got to watch this." And then I get into it and I'm 30 minutes in and I'm like, "Okay, I'll keep watching. I'll wait. I'll wait." But where is it? Like where's what's missing?
I mean, if it at least just gets more people interested in just the problem of predators within all industries, because this seems like they come from everywhere. Then it's done good.
Something that this doc Yeah, something that I saw that this documentary is doing is I went and looked at Katy Perry's page and I looked at her comments, and people are going at her for being in this. Not for her being in this, for them putting her in this. They're going at after, it's 2020, it's cancel culture online. People are they'll try to cancel you any way they can. I've seen it happen on multiple occasions with online personalities. So they're in the comments going ham about her, saying you kill babies. Just
Listen,
no, like really.
there's like legitimate cases of satanic killings and stuff like that, but I don't think Katy Perry and I just don't think there's a cabal of actors drinking babies' blood. Like, I just don't believe that. Like, I'm sorry. I don't.
I'm the kind of person where I'm like, you never know. You really never know. Which you don't. But I, at the same time, you gotta watch who you accuse of things
That's what I
without
mean. Is
proof.
like they throw this like broadsword against this umbrella, of people in industries, including Hollywood, the DoD, the CIA. Because I mean, if you go to like Joe Rogan and you listen to interviews with Mike Baker, who's like an actual CIA agent, like he's probably pissed at this. I hope he watches it and talks next time about it because I don't think the CIA is as malicious as everybody thinks they are. Yes, there is cowboys within the CIA. The CIA has definitely done stuff that is definitely morally questionable in other countries, but it's all
I
counterintelligence.
don't have a strong opinion on the CIA just because I don't know enough, and I've never seen any like hardcore concrete proof of like
Well, I mean,
foul
MK
play.
Ultra, they really did do all those LSD experiments. It was just really
But
failed.
I also feel like, yeah, I also feel like in life, I'm not saying it's okay, but experiments were bound to happen back then. I feel like, I mean, that's how you find things out, you know. So I just feel like that's bound to
Well, and
happen.
that's the other, like, they bring up
I'm
the other.
glad it's not happening. I'm glad it's not happening now, and I'm glad that I wasn't born in that time. Honestly, I'm going to say that
Well,
because
I
I
mean,
wouldn't want to
that's,
go
I mean,
through
talking
that.
about like just more like they talk about Project Paperclip. That wasn't just aerospace stuff. We got those medical doctors, those ones that like dissected humans and stuff like that and mapped out nerve systems and stuff like that. There's a lot of dark stuff that came with those projects, and those are real conspiracies. And like I don't
Yeah,
understand why people have to add to them. Like they're crazy when you really break them down. I mean, things like Project Paperclip and all that. Werner von Braun coming over and making basically, I mean, our first rockets up were essentially German V2 rockets. That all came like all that stuff they talk about in the documentary is real, at least on some level. They just try and weave it all together, and it just to me it looks messy.
right. And so technically, they resurfaced already known information,
Yeah, and
right?
they kind of cherry picked how they presented it because like MK Ultra always gets accredited as being this like thing that actually worked. And if you really look at a lot of the evidence that's available to the public, it was a pretty failed experiment. Like they didn't achieve very much from it. I mean, there's a conspiracy. I'm sure we'll have some in the comments, people saying it's still going on. Okay, maybe it is, but I don't see the proof. I hope it does more good than bad. I hope maybe it'll make people want to go watch Corey's because Corey's to me is just so much more compelling.
Let's read some of the top comments in the comments section
Yeah, absolutely.
because I think they might be interesting. The very top one is I'd rather be called a conspiracy theorist and question everything than to believe everything the government says and live to regret it. It's the top comment.
It's a good quote. It's a straw man argument, but it's a good quote.
And someone replied, I wear the badge proudly and tell them they can look me up when their eyes and mind gets the green light. Someone said, don't take the chip. Someone said, me too, without a doubt. Most sheep don't even understand what the word conspiracy means. The next comment is this doesn't come up on search, nor does it come up as trending, over 7 million views in 5 days, which is true. After I heard the boxer talking about it, I searched it on YouTube and I could not find it. I found a replica of it. Someone took it and reposted it, and you can find that one. But
And you did this
I had to,
from your phone though, right?
from my phone, I had to search the channel and go to the channels and find the channel in order to watch the original because I wanted to watch the original. I didn't want
Because
them to cut anything
that's the link
out.
you sent me. And
Mm-hmm.
I had no issues on the link. I had no issues getting kicked off at all. And then I went back and I searched for it again, and it was at the top of my. I was using Firefox. It was at the top of my browser, so I don't know if it was something maybe strictly to the problem with the phone apps. I don't know, but I'm sure there's going to be
Yeah,
conspiracy around that now.
I've really never watched a YouTube video and it kicked me out as much as it did today. Never one, and I've been kicked out. I was kicked out so many times, specifically at the part where the woman was talking about the journalist, the woman journalist, and she was talking about how, she started talking about Pizzagate and then she was getting canceled and, stuff like that because she was talking about Pizzagate. And that's when it started kicking me off. And I was just like, really? Like, I'm really engaged right now.
Yeah, like I think that's what it's gonna. The biggest news is gonna be all the conspiracy around it now, because everyone getting carried. It's gonna be some simple glitch in like an app. It's seriously gonna be, and nobody will read. It'll be in like Wired magazine, one little tiny article online that will tell.
YouTube doesn't want me to watch it.
I mean, maybe I could see that there's stuff flagged in it. Like, I mean, it
No,
does.
I have no idea. I was just, I just think it's funny and it was just ironic and odd. But there's another comment that said, to all newly awakened people watching this video, the fact that this video does not show on a Google or YouTube search or is not trending tells you something, right? Good thing this video has millions of views now. Let's deprogram ourselves now from learning that human race should have never been on our knees to anybody. They are afraid that we find out our true power and potential as creators. As a matter of fact, they know that they need us to create their agenda, manipulate by being entities, and think they own us, but their time is up. Thanks to people that are exposing these entities slaves, we are moving forward to a place where they can't go. Human light being exposing the lies that had ruled timelines and worlds to free us from captivity by their own heresy. He's spelling a lot of stuff wrong. Reptile mind. I don't know really what this guy's talking about, but he's like, get out that program, you guys, fill that hunch. You had always known something was wrong. Well, you know that's right, and that's a good start. A lot of people are loving it. I haven't seen a negative comment so far. You can tell that it's a younger crowd, and YouTube specifically is for the, it has mostly younger people on there. So I feel like it's just going to be, like I said, just a well put together documentary for younger generations to be like, wow. And then they're going to go give a bunch of celebrities a shit in the comments on Instagram and wherever and tell them crazy stuff because of this.
I'm looking forward to all my YouTubers that I watched did debunk stuff like this, because it's just going to be content for them.
This is fairly new, so it'll be interesting to see people having. I'm very interested. If you find anything where someone's talking about this, giving their opinion, I'd like to hear it as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I like it when they like go through each clip and talk about everything in detail and just hit you with the facts.
There's a couple people I'm thinking of right now that I'm sure they're as popular as this thing is, because like you said, it does have crazy views. It's well done. It's compelling. I get it. I just don't like it.
Someone said, I wanted to point this out, people must read. When the majority of the population stopped reading and became glued to the TV, mental decline as a result. Passive information receiving killed logical thinking. I actually 100% agree with that. I think people definitely read less. I think people should definitely pick up a book more, especially like books that matter. I'm not saying go read a magazine or, whatever, like James and the Giant Peach. I'm saying like go read some history books, like read things that will engage your mind and help you learn something new.
Absolutely.
There's a lot people don't know. A lot. And I mean, you can't blame us. People these days have things like TikTok. Like when you're engaged only 15 to 60 seconds, and then you had Vine and Instagram stories and Instagram 1-minute videos and YouTube, like your engagement on things. Like I thought it was really interesting how they broke down television and then entertainment, and they talked about entertainment. I had never thought of those things like that. Television and how they put entertainment. I was just like, wow, like it does. Like I did learn a few things from watching that.
I actually forgot about that part. That was one okay part, but I think it's just gonna stir up more of the conspiracy theory stuff again, and I think the focus is gonna get taken away from the pedophile side. They didn't do any names, unless there's a part 2, and then I'll eat my words. They come back and they just drop names.
I'm not sure if there's going to be a part 2. I'll have to look at the YouTube channel more. We'll link the YouTube channel in the description and the documentary so you guys can check it out for yourselves if you haven't watched it. I recommend just to watch it and come back and give us your opinion if you haven't watched it. Thank you guys for listening, liking, commenting, and subscribing. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'll catch you guys next time. Banana Cats.
Much love. Banana Cats. Peace.